Hey mom, what if rest made you richer? I know how that sounds because when your life is full, rest can almost feel irresponsible. Like, excuse me, rest? While the laundry is still sitting there like a personal attack, while the kitchen looks like something happened in there and nobody wants to talk about it. Or while there are emails, school stuff, work stuff, money stuff, family stuff, and that one random thing you keep forgetting, but your brain keeps whispering at you at 11:47 p.m. So I get it. Rest can sound like a cute idea for people who have stuff, silence, and matching pajamas. But for a lot of moms, rest is, let's call it, complicated. And maybe you feel this too. I feel this too. Before I had kids, and I have just one, rest was different. I had a job with fixed hours. I had an apartment where I only had to manage my own chaos, which was still chaos, I have to be honest, but it was my chaos. I had a regular income. There was some kind of structure. At some point, work was done. The weekend came. The door closed, the laptop closed, and there was this feeling of, okay, now I'm free. But now, as a mom, and especially if you work for yourself or you are building something or trying to change yourself or your life, there is no real done. There is always something. Always. Something to clean, something to answer, something to decide, or something to buy, or something, no, not something, a lot of things to remember or to fix, or something to feel guilty about, something to improve, to worry about. And if you don't have a fixed income, that adds another layer. Because then rest doesn't just feel lazy, it can feel dangerous. Like if I stop, everything stops. If I slow down, I fall behind. If I don't push, nothing will happen. Maybe you know that feeling, that feeling of sitting down for 5 minutes and instead of relaxing, your brain starts listing everything you should be doing. A little bit like a tiny unpaid project manager with anxiety. And for a long time, rest made me feel guilty because something was always unfinished. And not just one little thing, a lot. So I would rest, but not really. My body would sit down, but my mind would keep working, keep running, keep telling me what to do. My body can drink a coffee slowly, but my mind would say, you should answer that email, you should write that invoice, you should make money, you should make another video, you should clean the kitchen, you should be productive. You are drinking coffee, but you should not just sit here. And I want to ask you something. When you rest, do you actually rest? Or do you just pause while something inside your head is judging you? Because that's not rest. That is sitting down with a bully in your head. And I say that with love because I know that voice in my head. I have hosted her many times. She is very, let's say, committed. But here's what started to surprise me. When I allowed myself to slow down, really slow down, something changed. Not immediately, like fireworks and angels and my bank account suddenly singing gospel. No. But slowly, quietly, ideas came back. My energy came back. My imagination came back. My sense of possibility came back. And I started to realize I was not lazy. I was overloaded. I was not unmotivated. I was just too full of noise, too full of pressure, too full of I should, too full of carrying everything in my head. And maybe this is true for you too. Maybe you don't need more discipline, or maybe you need more space, because your next idea may not come while you are squeezing yourself through another day. Your next idea may come on a walk, in the shower, with your coffee, while staring at the sky, or while doing nothing impressive, while looking and being completely unproductive, which is very rude of ideas. Honestly, they rarely arrive when we are aggressively available with a notebook and perfect lighting. Ideas come when we soften, when we stop chasing, when we breathe, when we create room. And that is why I started to ask, what if rest is not taking me away from the life I want? What if rest is helping me hear my inner voice? What if rest is not the opposite of success? What if rest is part of how I become available for success? Being busy did make me money, yes. Being busy can do that. You answer, you push, you perform, you deliver, you keep moving, and sometimes, or mostly, money comes from that. But resting made me richer in ways I did not expect. Internally first. I had more patience. I had much more ideas, more softness, more creativity, more connection to myself, and more capacity to actually choose what I want instead of just react to life. And it made me richer externally too. Because when I am rested, I don't just work harder. I work from a different place. I make clearer decisions. I see opportunities. I hear my own intuition. I create better things. I stop trying to force every door open. And maybe, or this was a big shift for me, and maybe it is for you. Rest is not the reward after you have earned your life. Rest is a part of how you build a life that can actually hold you. So I want you to think about your own life for a second. Where do you believe you are only allowed to rest after everything is done? Like after the house is clean, after the inbox is clear, after the kids are taken care of, after you made enough money, or after your body looks somehow different, or after everyone else is taken care of, after you finally become the version of yourself who deserves peace. And now let me say this gently. Everything will not be done. That cannot be the condition for your rest. Because being a mom is not a project with a kind of finish line. Life is not going to send you an email that says, congratulations, you may now breathe. So maybe rest has to move from the end of the list to the foundation. Not all day, not every time, not in some unrealistic fantasy way, but in small, realistic ways. A coffee before the rush, a walk before the laptop, 10 minutes in the sun, a page in a book, a few honest sentences in your journal, watching the sunset even if the kitchen still looks like dinner had a dramatic ending. And yes, the guilt may come. Let it come. The guilt is not proof that rest is wrong or that you are wrong. Sometimes guilt is just the sound of an old rule being broken. The rule that says you must be useful first. You must be needed first. You must produce first. You must earn your peace. But what if that rule was never protecting you? What if it was draining you? What if the woman you are becoming needs rest, not because she is weak, but because she is not meant to build her life from survival mode? So today I'm not asking you to disappear for a weekend. I'm not asking you to book a silent retreat in the mountains and become a monk who only wears linen. I'm asking something smaller. Where can you be a little bit of, or can you put a little bit space back into your day? Not when everything is finished, but because you are not a machine. Where can you stop performing long enough to hear yourself again? Where can you let your nervous system exhale? Or where can you choose one moment that does not look productive, but makes you feel more alive or like yourself. Because maybe rest is not making you fall behind. Maybe rest is where your next chapter or your next life can finally catch up with you. And maybe the richer version of you is not the one who never stops. Maybe she is the one who knows when to stop and rest, the one who can receive, the one who can hear her ideas, the one who does not confuse exhausting with ambition, and the one who no longer treats pressure like proof that she's doing enough. So here's a question I want to leave with you today. What if rest make you richer? Not only in money things, but in ideas, in energy, in clarity, in courage, in self-trust, in the ability to actually feel your own life again, your intuition, your inner voice. Because being busy made me some money, but rest made me rich in ways I couldn't access when I was constantly pushing and busy. And maybe this is your permission today. Stop believing that your power only lives in your effort. Some of your power lives in your space. Some of your power lives in your softness, in your breathing. Some of your power lives in the quiet moment, where you finally hear yourself, your inner voice. So today, take the coffee, take the walk, look at the sunset, take the breath. Not after you earned it, now. Because the woman you are becoming needs room to arrive. I'm glad you are here. See you in the next video. Bye bye.